Welcome to Trout Talk here on Saga 960 AM, or if you're watching on YouTube, this is Season 3, Episode 15, and we are the official podcast show, whatever you want to call it, for the Brampton Steelheads. My name is Mike Karafilidis. Alongside me, of course, my compadre, Brendan Lang. Uh, you'll hear Brendan, of course, at home for the Brampton Steelheads broadcast, and you hear me on the road. Brendan, my goodness, it's been a long time, my man. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, happy New Year to you as well. 2026, Mikey. That's
unbelievable.
Yeah, that one feels a little weird, but yeah, I mean, it was, how were your holidays?
Very good. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Just all family and stuff. You know what? It's good to get everything out of the way. My favorite holiday, I love Christmas. I love the gifts, and I actually got what I wanted this year for, well, it didn't really matter, but for Secret Santa, which was good, because I think I was telling you about that before. I never get what I want. I get something else, like a sweater when you have to say something, but we're not doing it that way anymore. But I got what I wanted. I got my pair of boots.
Nice.
I'm happy. Yeah, but it's the thought that counts. But it was good to be with family. All done. That's it.
Yeah. No, it was
awesome. How about you?
Yeah, it was good. I was working a lot over the Christmas break, so kind of had some shortened times with my family this year, but still it was good to see everyone. Obviously, good food as well. That's always a big part of it as well. So I always look forward to that aspect of the holidays. Had a good New Year's with some of my friends. So yeah, it was awesome. It was a pretty good time. Good. To see everyone.
Was the turkey dry? Turkey wasn't dry this time.
No, it was not dry.
Good.
No, turkey was really good this year.
Good.
I'm still thinking of
this time. It wasn't dry at my sister's house. She did a great job. Great job. I was like, at first I saw it coming in quickly, and I looked over. I said to myself, oh, okay. So I just kind of had a quick peek, and then when I put it down on the plate, the first cut, right, and I was like, oh yes, my sister Kathy, oh yes. Anyway, great job. Yeah, that was really good. You know what? We got a lot to cover, my man. We got a lot to cover. We got our special guest, of course. It's trade deadline day. Steelheads made a bunch of trades. They picked up a lot of guys. We'll talk about the games that the Steelheads just played, standings, all that kind of stuff. The winners, we're going to get into that later of the trade deadline. But hey, by the time this recording is going on, here's the thing. Trades might be still trickling in, folks. So, and they have been before this broadcast. So OHL trade deadline's always the best part of the year. You know who's going for it, who's not. Steelheads are kind of in a tough spot, but we'll get into that after. And we'll have our life tips, of course. And and that's about it. So our special guest, I'm looking forward to having him on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a guy that has been compared to Owen Tippett. Let's just give you a little.
Yes, and definitely in one aspect of the game. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get into that for sure. But yeah, it's a really busy time. I know obviously the like you said, the OHL trade deadline is always kind of the best time of the year. It seems even busier than usual this year. I feel like it's just like every time I turn around, there's like 3 more trades.
Right now, over 30 trades have been made this week.
Yeah.
Well, altogether within last week and this week and whatnot. But I mean, compared to last year there was never this many deals, because every time I turn the corner and I just happen to check my phone. Trade. It seems like Brantford's made like 50 trades.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you only get 40 cards, right? Or something like that. I don't know, but they're certainly loading up. But we'll get into all that later on. But I guess we'll just dive into a little bit. Steelhead's last action. They were on the road in the Flint road trip against the Flint Firebirds, and then back-to-back against the Saginaw Spirit. So it was a win against the Flint Firebirds by the score of 2-1. Big win. Zach Bowen was phenomenal, stopping 35-36 shots, Brendan.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, I think really overall, I liked the play in these 2 games for the Steelheads. Of course, they get outshot in that game, and they end up kind of squeaking one out there, 2-1. But you know what? You need your goaltender to come up big sometimes, and Zach Bowen has done that on multiple occasions this year. come up with big games that have kind of pushed the Steelheads ahead, even when their offense maybe was struggling a little bit. So I think that was a really big win against a really good Flint team as well. I mean, obviously they got a little bit better since the Steelheads have seen them even, but I mean, even at that point, like, I mean, that was a really strong team and a team that's going to be contending in the Western Conference 100%.
That was a night of firsts, of course, as well. Lucas DeBiglio scoring his first career OHL goal. Beauty shot right over the glove of Mason Corville, their rookie goaltender. But yeah, I agree with you on that game. I mean, they played hard, they played well, but they played well in their own zone. I think that was the key, keeping a lot of the shots to the outside. Maybe getting into penalty trouble a little bit late near the end there, which was kind of scary. But at the same time, they came out with the victory, and that was a huge one in game one. Then they play Saginaw the very, very next night. Big comeback in that game. Just 1904 into the third period, Klepov scores that winning goal for the Saginaw Spirit. But your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's another one where I thought the Steelheads probably played better than the outcome that they got. And you're talking about days of first, Thomas Kuipers as well getting in there on the score sheet. Lucas DeBiglio again scoring. So I mean, these guys who are going to have expanded opportunities here, as we've discussed with the trades and different pieces going out. It's kind of good to see those guys fitting into what the Steelheads are doing. And yeah, again, I thought they played better than the result they got in Saginaw.
Yeah, 4-3. That was a 4-3 loss to the Saginaw Spirit. But Stefan Shurigan, goaltender for the Saginaw Spirit, he was really good in that game, stopping everything. I mean, he's just a big wall back there, that guy, right? So he played well. I really liked Steelheads had a lot of power plays in that game, and if they could have converted, they had a 5-minute man advantage as Demi Jokin with a high hit to McGregor Richmond, right? So, but if they would have got maybe a couple more goals on that 5-minute man advantage, I think they would have cruised to victory. So, but it was a good game. All right. When we come back, we'll come back. We'll take a break. When we come back here on Trout Talk, we'll have our special guest. This is Trout Talk right here at Saga 960 AM, or if you're watching on YouTube. All right, welcome back to Trout Talk right here at Saga 960 AM, Season 3, Episode 15. And we'd like to welcome in our special guest, and he is a native of Hampton, Ontario, where I have no idea where that is. And there he is, native of Hampton, Ontario. Rookie forward, Keaton Ardaugh. My man, Keaton, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well. Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Mikey was just talking about, you're from Hampton, Ontario, playing for the Clarington Toros growing up. So maybe just kind of take us back to that, growing up playing hockey. What was the experience like, and maybe what got you into the game?
Yeah, I think what got me into the game was just seeing my brothers play growing up, going on the outdoor rink. Those two were the kind of guys who got me into it. And then I played Clarington when I was younger, and then eventually moved to the GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then you played for the Toronto Junior Canadians. You put up some pretty good numbers there in, the 2023-24, 66 points in 37 games, and then in 24-25, 45 points in 28 games. Wow, unbelievable. Let's say that right now. First of all, I want to ask you, you're standing up here. The people on YouTube can see, but you're standing up, and you look like you're just all business. I don't know. What's going on over there?
I don't know, man.
Nothing? All right. But so you had some good numbers there in the GTHL. So talk about that team, the Junior Canadians in 24-25 and 23-24.
Yeah, we had a good team. We had a lot of skill up front, so getting points was easy. And then we just kind of focused on the smaller details. And then obviously last year we had a bit of an upset in the playoffs. So we had to regroup and then come back to OHL Cup and play that wild card games, and we ended up winning that. And then we went on a pretty good run and ended up winning that whole thing. So it was good way to end my minor hockey.
And you had a great OHL Cup, 6 points in 7 games there, 3 goals. Just like, what's that whole experience like? I mean, obviously it's got to be pretty cool. Lots of scouts out there playing in that kind of tournament to kind of end off your minor hockey career.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. There was no better way. I would have liked to end my minor hockey with all those guys that I've been playing with for a few years and to win it. Yeah, it was a great environment for that whole week.
How about the environment? Tell us about the environment. Like, what was it like?
Yeah, I mean, every game it was packed. Like if you were watching a game, it was hard to see the ice because there were so many people watching. So yeah, definitely when those games got tight and you score a goal, it's a pretty sweet feeling.
And how does that experience help you? You said like big crowds, lots of people watching, lots of eyes on you. You come to the OHL, it's kind of similar, but on a bigger scale where it's every game that it's happening like that. So how does that kind of prepare you for what's next?
Yeah, like you said, it does prepare you. You just kind of have to focus on your game and your team and kind of block out that outside noise of the fans and whatnot. And yeah, just focus on the game.
All right, so you get the call, then you get the call, the draft time or draft's going on. Now I know that you told me that you grew up an Oshawa General fan, which is whatever. It's fine. We'll let that go a little bit, but so you get the call from the Steelheads, but were you hoping Oshawa was going to draft you? You didn't care who was going to draft you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really care too much. They were both close enough to home that it didn't matter a lot.
Fair enough. As long as they're close to home, eh?
Yeah.
Take us
Very
through that
good.
whole experience. I mean, on draft night and obviously getting picked really high in the OHL as well. That's got to be a pretty cool thing. Like, did you have a lot of friends, family? What was kind of that whole thing like?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends and family over that night, and we had a nice dinner, and then we were watching the draft. And when I got the call, it was a pretty nice feeling. And then yeah, just kind of celebrated that night, and then headed down to the CAA Center the next day to meet everyone. So it's pretty good.
So did they tell you to come down the next day, or did they say, "Hey, come down today"? Just curious.
Well, they wanted me to come down the night before, but it was pretty late at that point, so they just said come down in the morning.
Were you anxious? Like, were you couldn't sleep? Like, just lost.
Uh,
That's sad. I know I would have
yeah.
been. That's why I'm asking you that.
I mean, yeah, I was pretty nervous going there the next day, but at the end of the day, it's that's what you dream of to get drafted, so you had to enjoy it.
And then you get drafted, of course, and then you come into training camp, and it's your first, OHL camp. Just like, were there any nerves in that regard? Getting into that your first time, maybe a speed change. Obviously, different players, learning a bunch of different guys, learning a different system. Like, what was that whole thing kind of like?
Yeah, there's obviously a bit of nerves. It was a pretty big adjustment for me at the start, but all the older guys are there to kind of help me and teach me the ways, and they all been through it, so it was good to have those guys there and kind of show me what to do.
What guys? Who were the guys that took you under their wing?
I'd say the two were Mason Zabeski and then Gabriel Trout. Those are two guys that took me under their wing.
So, I
Two
mean, two
quality guys.
names, yeah, two names that you mentioned there, obviously big time leaders with the Steelheads, no longer with the team now, both of them being traded away. So, I mean, obviously it's your first time experiencing an OHL trade deadline, seeing guys getting traded away. How do you kind of, welcome in the new guys? Obviously, there's a lot of new players coming in, but also adjust to not having those guys, not just on the ice, but, just kind of around the team as a whole.
You're a veteran now. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't know about that, but yeah, it's obviously a different feel going to the rink. Those guys are big parts of the team, great guys off the ice. So we have the new guys here now, so we're just trying our best to make them feel welcome, teach them systems, teach them what we do here, and hopefully they just enjoy it as much as everyone else.
So, what made you get into hockey, Keaton? What age did you start at?
I started pretty young, probably like 2 or 3. I would just skate around with my
2 or
brothers, like I
3.
said, and I'd kind of play against their friends, which were much older, and loved it ever since.
How much older are your brothers?
Who saw them?
1, 2 years older, and then four.
Okay.
4 years. Yeah.
Nice guys. Nice
Yeah.
guys.
So
Really,
there
really
would have
nice
been
guys.
some good competitions out there on the outdoor rink then for sure.
Yeah. There were some brutal battles for me out there.
My goodness. So you started skating when you were 2 or 3 years old, huh?
Yeah.
Obviously you don't remember that, but or do you?
No, like not a lot. No, it was just memories out on the backdoor rink.
So you
With
had a
those
backdoor
guys.
rink. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Nice. And your parents built that for you, your dad and everybody. Like that's so you're the only hockey guy in your family then, Ethan?
Yeah, like all my siblings played, but they all kind of stopped around 14 or 15, and I was the only one who kind of stuck with it.
And since we're talking about, your family, we can kind of maybe move away off the ice a little bit. Obviously, we just had, holidays, Christmas, everything was going on. So how was that to, see everybody again? Obviously, playing you're away from home a lot. So how's that to kind of, see everyone again for the holidays?
Yeah, it was great to go home for that, 5 days or so, see family, catch up with, my brothers, like I said, my sister, and just kind of spend quality time with them and reset a little bit and then get right back into it after Christmas.
Are you the youngest of the family?
No, I have a younger sister.
Wow. So how many? So there's four of you guys,
Yeah.
and you're the second. Okay, that's not bad. You're not the youngest. See, I'm the youngest of my family, believe it or not. So if you're the youngest, you get spoiled. Does your sister get spoiled a lot? I know
All
I
the
did.
time. All the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah, brutal.
I remember when I was a kid, or when I was younger, my sisters used to get mad at me. Just a quick story, because I used to be able to stay out later than them, right? And they're a
Yeah.
little older than me because I was the youngest and I was the boy. Because I have two older sisters, right? But anyways, just to say, yeah, good being the youngest sometimes.
So we talked about you, of course, playing or excuse me, playing in Clarington, growing up there when you were an Oshawa Generals fan as well. So what was that experience like playing back in Oshawa? Kind of getting on the ice there. Obviously, you've seen games in that building before, and getting to experience that in front of your friends and family.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, they've all seen me grow up and play hockey so far, so it was exciting to have them. And yeah, like they enjoy watching my career so far, and hopefully they continue to watch.
And what's the difference, say, the GTHL practices, your first practice as a steelhead? What's the difference in practices, you'd say?
I'd say it's a lot more high paced, a lot more battles. I'm used to battling against guys my age, and then you go up against a 20-year-old. It's a bit different,
Right.
but I'm adjusting to that.
And then not just on the ice, but like the off the ice stuff as well. Like we know when we talk to James Richmond, he talks a lot about getting in the gym, getting stronger, that kind of aspect of the game. How big of a difference or how big of an adjustment is that too, going from minor hockey now to junior hockey in that sense?
Yeah, it's a big difference. That was probably one of the biggest things I tried to focus on, like during the summer, putting on muscle so I could get in these battles with these older guys and compete. And that's still a goal of mine to put on weight.
So do you remember your first OHL goal? I
I
think I
do,
do.
yeah.
Okay, well, man, you scored a lot of goals lately. Your first OHL goal. Okay, when was your first OHL goal?
I
Tell
was in
everybody.
Peterborough. It was the
That's
first game of
it.
the year. Yeah.
Yeah, first
Yes, the
goal of the
first
season
game
for
of
the
the yes,
Steelheads.
yes, 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 yes. Wow, that was a beauty. So talk about that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, puck just kind of came to me. It was in the air, and I kind of just whacked it in the net. And I had a lot of friends and family at that game too. So it was nice that I got to score and they were there and they got to see that.
So that goal, you kind of go to the front of the net. You, like you said, you whack that one, and we've seen you score some goals from the outside though. Like you got a really good shot. Is that something
Mm.
you've always had? Is that something that you've really had to develop over time?
I think I feel like I could always score, but I think my shot really took, that next step about 2 years ago. I just started working on it, every day, shooting as much as I can, and I think that's one of my strengths for sure.
You know who you've been compared to? I don't want to whatever, but do you know who you've been compared to before I
I
get into
don't
this?
know.
No clue. All right. Your shot has been compared to Owen Tippett's shot. How do you think? What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool to hear. I mean, he's obviously a great player, dominating the NHL right now. So
Uh,
It's
yeah,
actually pretty good. Yeah, I would
it's a
say
pretty
so.
good comparison,
Good
I'd say.
answer.
Obviously, Tippett being one of the alumni with the Steelheads that have gone on to play. Have you got to meet any other guys that have played in the NHL that have played with the Steelheads?
yeah, I met a couple guys, but just at training camp, whatnot. I actually met Tippett, and we skated a little bit, so that was cool. He gave me some advice.
Yeah, what advice they give you?
He just said the first year is always tough, and you got to keep your head down and work hard. And you know, as the years go on, you get better and more comfortable, and then hopefully, end up where he is one day.
And with you now getting a bigger opportunity, you'd played on the first line there for a couple games with all the trades happening, and now obviously with even more guys leaving, it's going to be something that you're going to be looked at, relied upon a little bit here to create some offense. Like, what is that like? That experience, just getting to maybe move up in the lineup and just getting a bigger opportunity, especially only being in your first season.
Yeah, it's good. It feels good. Obviously, it's a bit of a change, so it's a bit of an adjustment, playing more minutes, being relied on more. But I think that's why everyone plays hockey, right? To get on that power play, to be on in the last minute. So I'm just trying to capitalize on the opportunity.
Now, your first year, obviously doing all these long road trips and whatnot. how can't we forget that this Sault Me road trip, how long it was and how long it is for everybody, right? But now the Michigan road trip just happened. Did you get used to the long road trip there? Like get your body and fine tuned for that road trip because you looked really good in those 2 games, just to say.
Yeah, I think you get used to it as you get more and more road trips, and you just have to take care of your body as much as you can, eat the right foods, recover if you can, and yeah, just get sleep.
And we always talk about the on the ice stuff with those road trips, but I mean, how much does it help with team building? You guys on the bus a lot, staying in hotels. Like, take us through that experience.
Yeah, it helps. I think guys get closer on road trips. You're always together for a couple days sometimes, so it's nice. We'll hang out in the hotel, have team dinners, that stuff.
Yes. Yeah, and joke around. You guys joke around a lot. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about some of the jokes that I heard. I remember we were downstairs, and yeah, I think you know. But anyway, no, it's good to see you guys bonding and stuff like that, especially with the younger team and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think your strongest point is? Your strongest point of your game.
Yeah, I'd say my goal scoring. I just think I find the right spots, and if a guy gets me the puck in the slot, I think I have a pretty good chance putting it in. And I think I just use my IQ to create scoring chances and hopefully score some goals.
So you have the goal scoring, and obviously you've already shown that off in your rookie season. But if you're looking ahead, it's something that maybe is kind of the most glaring thing that you want to improve on. What would that look like moving forward?
Yeah, I think it would just be rounding out my game. I know me and JR have been working on that a lot, just D zone stuff and being reliable in every zone. Just playing a 200-foot game, finishing checks, all that stuff is something that I want to work on.
So you've been working with Jake Wood, of course. Um, he's the coach for the forwards. So how much has he helped you through this whole experience right now? Because he's a guy that's played. He's played. He's coached. He's done it all.
Yeah, he's helped me a ton. He really likes to focus on my weaknesses, whether that's picking up rims on the wall or getting pucks out. He likes to focus on that, so I enjoy that part of it, and he's been real helpful.
And then in the school part too, this is really the first time you've had to experience that as well. We talked to Zach Nyman about it, and we were kind of discussing just sort of how difficult it is. Yeah, he was talking a lot about the school side of things, but just how is it kind of balancing that? Obviously, your first kind of go around here.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you're out of the door at 7:15 in the morning, and then you go to school and you got to finish all that up, and then you're heading to the rink, and some days you're not getting home till 7. So it's tough to manage all that, but I think I'm getting the hang of it.
That's good. So what time do you go to bed at night with everything, like, kind of thing? And don't tell me 2 in the morning.
No, I I try to go to bed between 10 and 10:30. Get
That's
some
good.
sleep. Yeah.
Lucky you. I wish I could fall asleep at 10:30. My goodness. Everybody's running around. Everybody's running around here. And then by the time my son goes to bed and the wife goes to bed, I still stay up. Right. So, and then I kind of go into bed at like 12:30 in the morning. Anyway, that's me. Yeah, that's a good time.
Are you living in a billet house? Are you living with any of the other guys on the team?
No, it's just me at the billet house here.
Nice. Very, very cool. You got your own crib and everything. You just walk around. How are your billet family? They give you everything you want to eat. Like, how does it work? Tell the people
Yeah,
how it
like
works.
they've been amazing since day one. They welcome me with open arms, and anything I need, I can ask, and they have it for me. And I have a pretty good setup here in my own room, own bathroom. So they've been great.
So if you ask for a filet mignon, they're going to get it to you.
I mean, yeah, my billet dad loves a good steak, so we have a steak. We steak a lot here, yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
You got into a good situation then.
Yeah.
So away from the rink, off the ice, what do you look to do? Like, I mean, just kind of hobbies outside of hockey.
Yeah, my biggest one's probably golfing in the spring and the summer. I enjoy golf.
How are you?
That's
How's
it?
the game? How's the game looking?
I'm all right. I'm a pretty
Yeah.
good golfer. Yeah. I've been playing, since I was, 4 or 5 with my brothers too. We'd always play in the summer, so my game's all right.
How about
Obviously,
football?
you're okay. Yeah. Football,
Sorry, Brendan. Sorry, buddy. No. Go ahead.
Sorry,
No, I
I'm
was just
not
gonna say
I'm not a football guy at all.
no, not at all.
Not at all. Like I couldn't tell you anything.
I couldn't tell you anything. Do you know what a
I
first
know
down is?
Yeah, like I know football, I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Like I know
Uh,
when we talk to the other guys, I mean, they talk a lot about like watching the games together. Like you obviously want to
Mhm.
participate in that
Yeah,
stuff.
like I know some of the guys had a fantasy league and stuff. I can't get into that.
Just
Okay.
said no. So if the guys invite you over, you say, "Nah, I'm out."
Well, no, I'll go hang out. If all the boys are going, I'll go hang out.
Do you
Yeah.
ever watch when you're sitting down watching football? Do you say, What just happened there?"
No, I'll just be like,
No.
wouldn't mind to go home right now.
So you just make an appearance and then you say, okay, guys, I gotta go.
Yeah.
See, that's good. See, that's what I would do if I didn't really care. Someone got, can you imagine like I had cricket friends or something, and they invited me over to watch cricket? I'd be the same way. I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, okay, I'll come. And I'd be like 10 minutes later. Oh, guys, I gotta go. I get somebody to call me.
Yeah,
Make
definitely.
a
I gotta
phone
go.
call. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Not really. It was just golf and hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golf and hockey. So who's your favorite hockey team? NHL. And
Um,
who do you model your game after?
Model my game. I like to say Leon Draisaitl or Jack Eichel. I think they're both calm with the puck and they have a lot of poise in their game and they can both score goals and be a playmaker too if they need. So those are two guys that I try and model my game after.
And do you have
Eichel.
a
You got a
favorite
lot of
team?
Eichel in you.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite team?
Yeah. I've been watching the Oilers.
Yeah.
Um, my brother was a big fan ever since he was young, so I kind of just carried that on.
Nice. I like watching the Oilers had a great run last year, didn't they? You're
Yeah.
glued right to the TV on that, man. Oh
Yeah.
man. Ah. So what else? I mean, uh, Jr. Obviously, he helps out. He's a great coach, great disciplinarian. He's a big teacher. How to be a man too, how to be about life and stuff like that too.
Yeah, he focuses on everything really. I mean, that was one of the things he told me when I first got there. They want good hockey players, but they want good people too. So he really focuses on that.
And last thing from me, I mean, you talk about James Richmond and kind of doing everything. And when we talk to him, he talks a lot about, the video side of things and looking at things in that way. How much has that helped your game? Because I would think that that's probably something fairly new to you, at least doing this much video that you have gotten to do this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're always there for video, all the coaching staff. So I normally do it once or twice a week with Jake, and then we have a team video session normally every Thursday to just go over what we need to work on.
So you guys, so you work a lot with the video, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so you've been playing a lot. Well, you were playing a lot with Mason Zabeski. You had a great behind the back pass. My goodness, I mean, it was right on the tape, and you had absolutely blasted it by Mr. Corville there on Flint. But with the passing and like the taco, have you always been that kind of a passer behind the back, like skill kind of guy? You know what I mean?
I think it's something that's always kind of been in my game, yeah. But at times, I think sometimes I take more of the goal scoring role if I'm playing with, a very skilled player who, likes to make passes. It just depends on the situation.
How much has your family helped you out with all this? I mean, I know we see your dad at the game, and we see your mom, and whatever. So, how much have they helped you through all this?
Yeah, I mean, a ton. I mean, they've come to, most games and they're always there to check on me and
Yeah,
I can come home whenever I want if we have an off day. So they're kind of there to get me away from the rink and kind of just be a kid at times, which is nice. And yeah, they help out a lot.
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Keaton. You know what? Thank you so much for coming on, my man. Always a pleasure. And you know what? You got a really, really good career ahead of you with your goal scoring. You're an incredible kid. You seem like a little man to me sometimes. Whatever. But all you guys, all the hockey players are all little men. But keep up the great work, and still long season ahead. And keep it up. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Thanks for coming
Hey,
on, man.
Keaton.
Have a good one.
Have a
Thank
great
you
night.
guys.
Thank you. All right, so that was Keaton Ardaugh, rookie forward for the Brampton Steelheads, and we'll come back to break it all down right after the break, right here on Saga 960 AM if you're watching on YouTube. Welcome back to Trout Talk right here at Saga 960 AM, Season 3, Episode 15. We just had rookie forward Keaton Ardaugh on the show with 8 goals and 3 assists so far, 30 and 35 games, and we're pretty much we're just halfway through the regular season. Fine young man. He's got a lot of talent, Brendan.
That's right. Tons of talent. And I mean, it's been showing off this year. And, we talked about his first OHL goal. It was the first goal that the Steelheads scored all year. Like, I mean, right off the bat, he showed that kind of ability to put the puck in the net. And he said, that's probably his greatest strength is his goal scoring. And he's been able to do that across the levels. And even as a 16-year-old here in the OHL, he's been able to put up some good numbers. Whenever we talk to the coaching staff, they always talk about how difficult it is for 16-year-olds to come into the league and be impactful players. And this is a guy who's played on the top line. Like, he's been relied upon to create offense, as you mentioned. The goal scoring is there. Like, what is it on the year this year? 8 goals already this season. Like, it's difficult to be an impact player, impact goal scorer, impact offensively as a 16-year-old. But he's been able to put up some really good numbers, and he's been really effective here. And I think that the development is definitely there. You can see him getting better already from the beginning of the season, and I think that he's somebody that definitely could develop into a top player in the league for sure.
I think he could be an assistant captain maybe next year as well.
Yeah,
with his maturity and whatnot. But big thanks to Keaton Ardaugh for coming on Trout Talk. So let's move on, Brendan. I mean,
lots to talk about.
Wow, yeah, the trades, lots of trades. Trade deadline, as we mentioned in the opening. Steelheads unloaded with some players, got some draft picks back, got some players back. Brendan, I guess we'll start off with the Gabe Sherratt trade.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Sherratt got traded to the Kitchener Rangers.
Yeah, he was the kind of the first domino to fall. We showed up to the rink and we're like, oh, he's not in the lineup. Wonder what's going on here. And then it was actually like an hour before puck drop that it was announced that he was dealt. So obviously, I mean, only good things to say about Gabe Sherratt. He was always great, to see around the rink. Always great with his time with us, talking to us and all that. But great player on the ice too, and somebody the Steelheads are definitely going to miss for sure. His creativity, his goal scoring, the way that he created offense, his shot, all of that was kind of something that the Steelheads definitely leaned on for sure this year, and really hope that he has a deep run in Kitchener, because I know they did pretty well at the deadline. So we'll see if he gets a deep run there. Hopefully that's the case, but all the best to him. And I think the Steelheads did really well in the trade, though. I mean, how many picks did they get back? What was it? I can count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks. And the
rights back to Adam Valentini, who's at University of Michigan.
Yeah, if he ends up coming or not. But I think the Steelheads did a really great job on this deal, and I think it's a deal that benefited both sides. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with that one. And Steelheads weren't done there. That was the first guy to get traded, and then after that, it was the trade of Mason Zabeski and Parker Von Richter to the Barrie Colts. The Steelheads get back draft picks and a young player by the name of Sam Black, who I'm looking forward to seeing. So, good trade. Both sides.
Yeah, I mean, there's 7 picks that you get back, so I mean, the draft cupboard is getting stocked here, even with just those 2 picks. And of course, as we know, the Steelheads weren't done after that, and maybe they're not done yet. We'll see. But at this point, I guess we're like 18 hours away from the deadline, so we'll see what happens. But again, another one that benefited both sides. You get the draft picks, but also you get a player back in this one. Obviously, you get the Adam Valentini one in the other one, but it's still to be decided if he does show up. This one, you get back a player. I believe he's an 18-year-old, an 07 born player who's going to come in, has some experience in the OHL that I think can definitely help out this roster for sure up front.
And then the Steelheads weren't done yet. They pick up a young defenseman from the Owen Sound Attack, Mason Roy. I think I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Roy. I'm not sure, like Patrick Roy. We'll have to find out the proper pronunciation. But for a 7th and a 10th round pick, native of Milton, Ontario. Didn't really get, and he's the same situation, I guess, as Sam Black, I guess we can say. Didn't really get the playing time in Owen Sound. But Sam Black didn't get the playing time in Barrie. But I think these two have potential to do something, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what this trade kind of reminds me of, and this isn't as a player, because I'll fully admit I don't know a lot about Mason Roy and his game, but it kind of reminds me when the Steelheads got Stevie Lescovar in the trade. Like it was kind of like we don't really know much about this guy. Like, we'll have to see what he becomes, and I think that's kind of similar. Again, I don't know if their games are similar. I'll have to find out when he gets here, but that's what it kind of reminds me of when the Steelheads brought in Lescovar, even Reed Gee to an extent as well, like those kind of names. When the Steelheads brought them in, defensemen, we'll kind of see how they fit. bit. But obviously, when you see those kinds of trades, again, like Lescavard, like Guy, it's something that James Richmond and the staff have seen in that guy specifically, that they want to go out and they think that they can, create him and make him into the mold that the Steelheads want.
Yeah, Mason Roy's a big boy back on defense. So, and that's something that they needed. So that's good, especially with the departure of Parker Von Richter. Then this one, Jackson Williams, they pick up from the Ottawa 67s for a 7th. This pickup, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, sneaky good. This guy wasn't get the playing time that he wanted, obviously, or was, that he could have gotten in Ottawa because of the. This is a team that's loading up, right? But he was getting fourth line minutes. But when he was out there, he was playing well. He's sneaky good. He's fast. He's the son of Justin Williams that used to play in the NHL, of course. Sneaky good. I really like this pickup. He's going to help out the front and the scoring punch.
Yeah, again, a guy who just hadn't really gotten the opportunity to play a lot in Ottawa as a team that's going forward. And we know that's going to change here in Brampton. Like, he's going to get every opportunity to be successful. So a guy who, put up a lot of points when he was playing 15U for the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. In his draft year, put up 43. The year after, put up 70. So, you can see there's that kind of offensive ability in there. And when you're the son of a former player, a guy whose nickname is Mr. Game 7, it's a pretty good nickname. So,
not bad.
There's definitely some pedigree there, and we'll see how it turns out. And they didn't have to give up much to get him too, which I think is kind of a big part of it as well. Like, just that 1 7th round pick that's going the other way. A guy who played for Team USA at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup as well. So he's had some national experience too. So I definitely agree. I do think this is somebody who could be a sneaky good pickup for sure.
So then, not done yet, ladies and gentlemen, not done yet. And James Richmond, Jakob Pibiger, Czechia just wins a bronze medal for Team Czechia at the World Junior Championships.
Silver medal.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm thinking about last year.
Yeah.
Silver medal. They lost to Sweden, excuse me. And the final, he goes to the Windsor Spitfires for a really good defenseman, Carter Hicks. This guy's Mr. Steady Eddie on the back end. I think he's kind of like a Parker Von Richter, I guess you could say. He wasn't getting the playing time as much because Windsor's got a real good deep back end and draft picks as well, 2nd, 3rd, and a 6th, and a 6th round pick. So really like this pickup for the Steelheads and Carter Hicks.
Yeah, Carter Hicks was, I believe, the 2nd round pick last year for the Windsor Spitfires. I think 24th overall he went. So again, it's somebody who has that sort of thing where you see he was drafted high. He has that pedigree there. But since he came into the OHL, last year he got more of an opportunity to play than he has this year, really, in Windsor. Played 57 games or 53 games last year, put up 14 points too. So, there's a little bit of that, offensive ability in there as well, especially as a 16-year-old last year. And another big guy on the back end too. And I think that's big. Getting somebody, as you mentioned, to replace sort of Von Richter, you're going to be missing. It's a big hole. Obviously, Fibiger as well is a huge hole back there. I really like this pickup. Another young player that I think has a lot of development to do, and he's in his NHL draft year this year too. So he'll be around next year as well, and that's big.
He's very, very good at the back end, and if he can put up those points too, like you said, he's on the offensive end. Those bonus points, it'd be fantastic. But really, really good pickup. Good trade. Another good trade by Richmond. Then. It was tough to see Josh Avery get traded to the Guelph Storm, but he played well for the Steelheads. But in my opinion, I think maybe he needed a fresh start.
Yeah, he comes to the Steelheads from Brantford, and he wasn't getting a ton of playing time there in Brantford, so he comes over to Brampton and gets the opportunity. And yeah, I think so as well. I just think definitely Josh Avery's got a ton of skill. We saw that originally when he came and throughout his time here. Of course, scoring the Teddy Veritas goal, that was a big one as well. A big moment for him with the Steelheads. But yeah, I agree. I think just somebody who, in the right scenario, in the right situation, is going to be a very high-end player, and hope everything goes well for him in Guelph. And the Steelheads get 2 draft picks back there, so their draft covered again. Continues to get stocked.
Continues to get stocked. Super kid. All these guys are super kids, super people. Josh Avery, super person. Really, really good guy. So we wish him all the best with the Guelph Storm, and he'll be in good hands there with Corey Stillman taking care of business over there. So, and then just before the broadcast today, the big kahuna of a trade, the Steelheads pick up Nathan Amidovsky former first round pick of the Ottawa 67s, and they picked him up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 draft picks, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, a sixth, and a 4th round pick. But Nathan Amidovsky, a guy that can score, a guy that he plays the two-way game. Really, really like this pickup a lot.
Yeah, I like this pickup too. And another big body, 6'2" as well up front. He's in his NHL draft year as well. I think he probably gets drafted this year. I would think so, with the production that he's put up. And again, another guy that's going to be around for at least another year after this, maybe a couple after this. So I really like this move. The Steelheads kind of gave themselves this wiggle room because of all the picks that they got.
Now you still got a lot of picks.
Yeah, exactly. And they still have tons. So it's like now you can go out, you can make your team better this year, but also look ahead to the future. An 08 born player, somebody who, of course, is 17. His brother, Liram, of course, plays in the OHL as well.
Right.
So,
with North Bay,
that kind of thing there too. So, really good pickup. Really looking forward to him playing. And he's had a great year in Ottawa so far.
And you got to, you know what, you got to like that too, that he played in the same junior program as Troy Patton we were talking about this with the Brampton Steelheads. They played together with the Barrie Junior Colts, same draft year, know each other, expect them to be on a line together, right? So sneaky, good, another good pickup by James Richmond. So wow. So there you go, folks. But here's the thing, what I have to say when you're watching the Steelheads fans. Don't be discouraged. Even though all those guys got traded, they brought in some good talent here. Okay, you just have to have patience. It's the thing. It's the OHL thing. It's 3-year cycles, folks. It's 3-year cycles. 2 years, could be 2 years, could be 1 year, right? You just have to be patient. Next year, even this year, near the end of this year, this Steelheads team is really going to pick it up with these picks. And next year, they're going to be very, very good. But this year, they're gonna turn it up. Just remember that, Steelheads fans. Remember that. Be patient.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be patient in junior hockey. I think that's a big thing, and especially with the NCAA. I mean, the windows might even be shorter now. Like you said, it's usually a 3-year thing. Maybe now it's 2 years. So like maybe it's 1 year even. Like, I mean, there's a lot of teams out there, and we were talking about it before we came on, that next year is going to be tough for them because of the moves that they've made, and obviously going for it this year, which you can't fault anybody for going for it. But when you look at it, next year, I do think, like you said, the Steelheads getting all these guys in here, kind of getting them into the system near the end of this season, they're definitely going to pick things up. And then next year, I think sky's the limit for them. And they got a lot of talented players and a lot of guys who are going to be a year older, obviously, and a lot of draft picks too, bringing in new skilled guys.
Yep.
So, I really think that this trade deadline so far, again, it's not even over yet, but this trade deadline so far has positioned the Steelheads a lot better, I think,
very good,
even a couple days ago.
Very good, very good. I really look good young talent. Get out there and support the Steelheads, folks, because they got a lot of good young talent on this team. All right, so I mean, over 30 trades, Brendan, and this trade deadline so far. I'm going to ask you first.
Yes.
I mean, we talked about it. Brantford's picked up everybody and everybody so far. It seems like they've made about 50 trades and whatnot, but now everybody else is starting to make deals. I'll say this before I get to what I'm going to ask you. Somebody in the Western Conference is going to be one team in the Western Conference, not just one, a lot of them are going to be very upset because a lot of teams are pushing the chips in the Western Conference, going all in. Let's just leave it at that, and I'll hand it over to you.
It's going to be a dogfight in the West. I mean, it's kind of like the East was last year. It's very, very similar. It's kind of like the conferences have flipped.
Absolutely.
It's pretty much like that. And look, like you said, there's going to be a couple teams that don't get to where they want to go, and they pushed everything into the middle. Like you look at Flint pushing everything into the middle. You look at Windsor, who's pushing everything into the middle. Sault Ste. Marie. You look at Kitchener. Like, I mean, there's
London's unloading. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Which is weird.
Usually you don't see that. So it's there's going to be a few teams that definitely go home. And they're not very happy, but I think I know we wanted to talk about who we think the winners of the deadline are, who have had the best deadline. So I want to go back to the Western Conference. I know I was talking before. I liked what Ottawa's done. I think they brought in some good guys, but I really like what Flint has done. I mean, I think Flint is really in a good position now. Bringing in Kevin He, who's a great player. We saw him a ton when he was playing with the Niagara Ice Dogs. Seems like we saw him every day when he was with the Ice Dogs. Battaglia going over there as well, and just already adding to what they have. Mason Vicaria, obviously a good OA goalie.
Aspinall, New York Rangers draft pick.
Rostov has had a great year.
Lombardi,
like they got
Kings
a lot
draft
of guys. That I think they're going to be really successful. I like what Flint has done. Obviously, they've unloaded a lot, but you got to do that to be where you can get to.
Yeah, I'm just so many teams in the West. For me, I'm going to go Kitchener Rangers. Yeah. I think they did very, very well to trade deadline. Picking up Sam O'Reilly and Jared Woolley, guys that have won it with the London Knights, know what it takes to win. They pick up Gabe Sherratt. I think that's another great pickup as well. They're already stacked. I mean, this is a team. Look out, folks. I mean, I don't know. I just really like what they did. Am I missing somebody?
Gabe Sherratt.
Kitchener. I think I said Gabe.
Okay,
Gabe Sherratt. Sam O'Reilly, Jared Woolley.
I thought there was one.
Yeah. There's somebody else that they picked up. What's wrong with us?
Yeah, I don't
know.
No. Okay.
No. Okay. Now,
Dylan Edwards. That's who it is.
There it is. Yes. Dylan Edwards. Really like that pickup as well. I mean, overager from the Erie Otters. But okay, let's go to the East now. Let's talk about the Barrie Colts. I mean, they're pushing their chips in. Hey, they're saying, Brantford, what you can do? Yeah, we're not scared of you.
Hey, I mean, you gotta like that. I mean,
I like it.
You want teams to be pushing for the top spot, and you want that kind of competition. Barrie's doing it. We saw them with Zabeski and Von Richter going over there. Obviously, Brantford bringing in a ton of guys. Ottawa too. So I think there's going to be a little bit of a dogfight at the top of the East as well. We talked about the West, but I do think the East. There's a few teams in there that have loaded up, and it should be a good kind of stretch here down the end of the year.
They just picked up Ben Wilmot as well from the London Knights, the Barrie Colts, and man, there goes their draft covered pretty much. I mean, for 1, 2, 3, 4, but rights to William Moore, big defenseman. So they're picking up rights, and the Ottawa 67s, they just pick up Bedkowski as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and they're in the running right now. Maybe it might be done by the time this is over with, but apparently they're in the running for Keir Walton from Sudbury, who's on the trade block right now. I mean, that's a big piece if they can get him. One team I'm very surprised with is the Sioux Greyhounds. I'll just say that because, I mean, great team, great organization, whatnot. But, I mean, trading away everybody for, I get Carter George. I mean, he's a game changer, whatnot. Yeah. But, I don't know. So many teams in the West going for it. Somebody's going to go home very upset. I'll just keep it at that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
the draft covers. That's
just
thing,
the reality,
right?
When you go for it. There's going to be teams that are upset, and you know what? I don't think that can deter you or scare you from doing it. You still got to try. So, obviously, it's a huge pickup for the Sioux because Carter George is 100% a game changer.
Oh, it's got me Carter George at Team Canada. He's already signed with the LA Kings. He's played with their AHL franchise as well. Carter George. I mean. And their backup surprise, what a goaltending tandem they have there, right? So, and Landon Miller, a Detroit Red Wings draft pick as well. So, man, folks, but Steelheads, I would say this quickly: good team, young team. Get out there and support this team because they're exciting. They're going to be exciting to watch in the second half. Okay, mark my words. Mark my words.
Very young team. We saw a really young team with the Steelheads a couple of years ago.
Same thing.
See how it pans out. But 100%, when you got a young team, it's definitely entertaining to watch for sure.
All right, let's wrap it up here. Any life tips?
Life tips.
Anything?
Life tips. Well, we were just in the holiday season, so I know we say this a lot, but always just make sure you make time, friends and family. I think that's a big part of the holidays, and making sure you see everybody, and not just at the holidays too. See if you can, when life's still going on, if you can figure out time to see your friends and family, it's always a great thing.
Absolutely. And my life tip is keep the turkey not dry. Just don't make any turkey dry. It was really good. And family, number one. Family's always number one. All right, so that's going to do it for season 3, episode 15 here at Trout Talk Saga 960 AM. And we'll see you for episode 16. Thanks for tuning in.